This year's Monster Pods are brought to you by the Kentucky Derby Betting Challenge and our friends over at twinspires.com. The KDBC is back this year with a guaranteed $250,000 purse. Head over to twinspires.com today, click the Tournaments tab, and get all the information you need on how to buy in or qualify for horse racing's newest major tournament. Very happy to bring in to the Monster Pod a man who does so much for us all year long, especially, though, during Keeneland, where he does such good work on the In the Money Plus side, and also the keeper of our official Derby top 10s. Eric Decoster, how are you, my friend?
Things are great. It's about to be the best week of the year. I'm fired up for it, stressed for it. It's always a stressful week, but the end product is always super fun. Can't wait for this year's Derby.
Bit of a Christmas Eve moment going on right now for horse players. In this video, you're going to do extra duty here if any of these AEs end up getting in. But this is a horse who is in the race, and it sounds like you've got a little bit of a story to tell us about Litmus Test. Going to be a long shot, you would think. Very familiar trainer in Bob Baffert. What about this horse's recent form?
There's a lot of excuses in it, which makes him very tricky and intriguing in a way, really. He was a decent 2-year-old. Was always a bridesmaid in some grade 1 races. He ran in 3 grade 1s as a 2-year-old. Didn't really make a super big impact, but was never far off of it. This year comes in after winning the Los Alamitos Futurity to end the year. In the Rebel, gets a poor trip because he was forced to go to the lead from an inside draw. Set the pace, ran a decent third, but immediately after the race, Bob Baffert said, I didn't want to be in front. And I need him to relax a little bit and just take off. It wasn't necessarily the horse that put him there as much as the rider, but either way, he wanted to sit back. Well, they take the blinkers off for the Arkansas Derby, kind of misses the break, and he runs runs where his feet are the entire time, never picks it up, runs way up the track. So 2-year-old form was solid enough against decent horses. This year, not a lot to glean off of other than he didn't really get to do anything he wanted to do. So it's going to be very interesting to see how that's handled now that he's in the Kentucky Derby.
I'm looking at the past performance now, and I'm holding fingers over the last 2 races, and I'm just looking at the 2-year-old form, and I'm seeing beaten less than 2 in the juvenile. I'm seeing a big win at Los Al. I'm seeing the kind of figures where if you project improvement, you could put this horse there. I also happen to remember from looking at some of the biomechanical data, the GPS data, which we have a couple other videos that are going to be touching on, that this horse looks a lot better than the bare form of these last 2. If you're giving me an excuse, I'm sort of thinking this is a horse you could maybe put in your deepest of spreads. What's Litmus Test's ceiling in this year's Derby?
I agree. I think he is a realistic horse. If you were to tell me he's going to fill out that last leg of your super or your high five, he could fill that in. I don't think that's unrealistic because he does have the potential, and we haven't gotten to see the best of him those last 2 races. They'll be adding blinkers back after taking them off for the Arkansas Derby. Bob Baffert said that a couple days ago he probably wouldn't have been in the race before his last work with those blinkers on. But he felt like he had unlocked something new with Litmus Test, working him in the blinkers once more. So that to me says that there's a little confidence this horse can put forward his best race. I don't know if they think they can win it, but I think they think there's a promising effort, his best effort of the year, most importantly, coming on the first Saturday in May.
And then maybe, who knows, promising 3-year-old campaign after. Yeah, that work turned heads the other day. I heard a lot of positive scuttlebutt about it. You can see from the time it's fast when you match up that, whatever it was, 5:59 with the positive word from people who watch workouts such as yourself. That does seem a little bit interesting. Can he win, though?
No, he cannot win. There's better horses for sure, but I don't think he's going to be super far up the track if he gets the trip he wants to, if he gets in a comfortable rhythm early. The post draw, I think, really matters for this horse, but it wouldn't surprise me to see him, like we mentioned, fill out some of those deeper wagers.
Just define that a little bit. Where do you want to see him drawn? Where do you definitely not want to see him drawn?
I want to see him drawn outside. I think he can run all day. He's bred to run all day. You mentioned the stride data. He can bound for a long, long time. But I think keeping a clean face still matters. So drawing a little more towards the outside, doesn't need to save ground, and he still needs to be forward. He still needs to be within a length or 2 or 3 of the lead to be his most effective. He does want a target, but he doesn't need to pass 15 horses.
Great stuff, Eric. Appreciate you not just today, but all year long with the work that you do. Godspeed, my friend.
Thanks for having me.